Hello to everyone out there. You're watching Amateur Radio Roundtable, a show about shortwave and ham radio, amateur radio, electronics, you name it, we've got it here. And if you're out there listening on world famous WBCQ, we'd like to hear from you. If you're listening out there on 7490, send us an email to tom at w5kub.com, tom at w5kub.com. We'd love to hear from you. Find out where you are out there. If you're watching video, there's a picture of WBCQ's giant antenna. That's the largest shortwave rotatable antenna in North America. There's not but a few of those in the world there. And they added that a couple years ago, and it really works well there. Also, if you're out there listening on one of the podcasts, we're on Google Play, iNet Radio, Spreaker, iTunes, Tumblr, all the different podcast carriers out there. Hey, shoot us an email. Tell us how you listen. I'd like to know if are you at work and your boss don't know you're listening, or are you on the road a lot? Just let us know. Would love to hear from you there. Also, I made an announcement at the beginning of the show. If you hear the music, we have a 2-hour window we try to fill for the shortwave station, and we always run about 30 minutes of music prior to the show. The problem is on our video page on YouTube, I usually edit that out. We don't leave the music on YouTube, but I do leave it on the shortwave station. So you may hear it at the beginning of the show, and sometimes I do move it to the end of the show, so you don't have to fast forward through. All right, hey, join our Facebook group. It's called W5KUB. Or if you want to type in the long name, it's called Amateur Radio Roundtable. What's a long name? But join that group. We've got over 14,000 members in it, and it's growing, and we would love to have you there. Hopefully we got a bunch of new people from our webcast this past weekend. If you will, hit the subscribe button. We really need you to subscribe. That button is right down there somewhere. I'm pointing at it. I think I'm pointing at it. So hit the subscribe button. That'll help us out a whole lot. Also hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Just everybody. And I'll send you a check. Hit the like button, and hit the notify button there so we can notify you when we do come on with some shows. We're going to start coming on midweek with various things that you might want to see. So if you hit that notify button, you'll know when we come on live there. Okay, so we got a lot of things to talk about tonight. Hey, you guys may have noticed we're in a different chat room. I have real mixed feelings about that. This is not our IRC chat room, which we developed over the years, and Hambot really interfaced with that chat room and did a lot of things. Hambot doesn't interface hardly at all with this chat room. This chat room gives us the very basic minimums, but I think it's going to work out okay for us. We're still not able to embed. There are some ways, some workarounds we could do. I think, though, we're going to just try to stabilize like this. This is the way we're going to be, from this point forward, unless we make some more changes, and we're going to try to keep it like this, keep it simple. And I try to keep it simple. There's a lot of people that on here that have issues when we don't keep it simple, so I want to keep it simple for you. Okay, so hey, tonight we're going to talk about a Hamvention. We got various different videos and pictures and stuff. Glenn found us at All American 5 Radio. We had a balloon launch down there. Bill launched the Pico balloons down there. We had the race to see which one of the balloons was going to make it to the Atlantic Ocean first. We do have a winner. I don't remember who it is, but they actually kind of went south, and it took a long time to get around to the coast there at Florida. So I don't know, a lot of pictures and different things. I'm sure Brett's got some interesting things to talk about, and of course Glenn does too. Glenn's got a book coming out, and we'll hear all about Glenn there. Hey, we did give Glenn a new name this year. Glenn is now officially on the show called Frogman Glenn. Frogman Glenn. and that is for all of his work he did out in the rain on what was it, Saturday? Was it Friday morning? Friday morning, I think.
Yeah, it was Friday morning.
And we did do some webcast stuff Friday. If you guys joined us, we had quite a bit of video Friday. We had video Thursday of Glenn's 500-mile drive, and we even had video Sunday coming back. So we had a lot. We had a lot of video this weekend. If you want a prize, we should have all the prize notifications out there either tonight or by in the morning. So you should be hearing something soon about prizes that you may have won. All right, so let's just go. We got Glenn up first, it looks like. Glenn, how you doing, man? Have you recovered yet?
Yeah, I recovered. Got in, Friday afternoon and just literally collapsed. Needless to say, the cats would pretty much have nothing to do with me until after dinner. And that night, one of them, the little one, she was all in a snit. But when the new boy took her spot on the bed, the next night she made sure that wasn't going to happen again. So
Yeah.
she's here on the desk. So I've been forgiven. Apparently 2 cans of food is what does it. But yeah, that was quite a ham fest. I mean, I hit the ground running on Thursday and literally did not slow down until I hit the house on Sunday.
Yeah, I got sleepy and tired riding with you back on Sunday, and anybody tuned in knows I had to go take a nap during your drive. I just could not make it all the way back to Memphis, man. Yeah, after that drive past Nashville, I was just zonked out, man.
That's part of the trip that does tend to get tiring.
Yeah,
I mean, that's a long drive, and the thing is, what I did not realize until Saturday and whatnot is those of you that watched the video on Friday morning, when I did the flea market out there in the track, I walked 7.5 miles. That's how big that flea market is if you walk past every booth. And no wonder I was stiff and sore the next morning.
Oh man, yeah, it was a lot of walking for sure. And hey, we were there, just a couple years ago, and we walked the same area, and we were tired. We were really tired. After we walked it once, we had to go in and sit down and rest.
Oh yeah, well that's what I did. I came inside to the ARRL booth and signed a bunch of books, and once again, they were down to 2 books when I left on Saturday. So I think it's safe to assume that on Sunday they sold out yet again.
Well, that's good. I'm glad.
No matter how many of my books they bring, they never bring enough.
Yeah, you think they would learn, and just.
Well, no, they keep bringing more, and the demand is just that high.
Yeah, but I got a solution for that, man. You bring 1 million books, I bet you they wouldn't run out.
They probably would.
If they brought 1 million, they probably would not run out.
There's only the attendance is what, 30,000 something?
Yeah.
I don't think they've announced the attendance. I will say this: the crowd seemed lower on Saturday than normal, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. That place is so spread out. It's hard, to even estimate the people.
Yeah, that's the other thing is, I mean, on Friday, it didn't look crowded until the rain stopped, and then everybody was out in the commons area at the lunch trucks and everything. And, oh, man, the food was just absolutely outstanding again.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. Let's bring Brett in and see what Brett did over the weekend. Come on in here, Brett.
Well, hey, hello, Tom. Good evening, everyone. I spent the weekend, part of it, wishing that I was in Xenia and enjoying the Hamfest vicariously through the webcast, and then I started working my antennas, and one of the things that I did was I got one of these. Now I don't know if you can see what this is. This is an old-fashioned window sash weight.
Oh yeah. I know what it is.
Yeah. inside the casing of a sash window to hold the window up when you opened it. It balanced out the weight of the window.
Yeah.
So now I've got these, and I'm going to use them to tension my wire antennas.
Well, that's great. See, a good ham never throws anything away.
Yeah.
A good ham never throws anything away. You probably had those sitting around your house there for what, years? Or did you tear them out of a window recently?
Actually, we tore out a window and replaced it with a nice new vinyl window, but I had to dig to find these, and so I had to dig through my junk pile, and I managed to come up with a few of these. And yeah, these are going to be what tensions my antennas now. I've just got to work out how I do the pulleys to make sure that the cable can't slip out. That's, one of the things you have to watch out for.
Yeah, yeah. Well, one of the things you could do, I have found, and you don't even have to use a pulley. You can use, what do you call those things that you climb with? It's got the little hook.
Carabiner?
Yeah, carbine, whatever you call that thing. You could actually run that rope through a carbine, and it'll slide up and down, pretty easily.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, maybe. I'm a little worried that eventually the cord would go through, but I could try it.
Yeah.
Try to
Yeah.
before it.
Well, I'm real proud of you. Even though you're way out west there, you're kind of like us down here in the South, where it's like, I got a project here. Let me dig through my junk box and see if I can find a couple window weights.
Yeah. Well, we in Wyoming are very practical.
Yeah.
It's frontier country, so we have things like this around, and so that's one of the things we do. And so I spent some time doing that, and I spent some time finishing up some music, a couple of more things, including another ham radio song, and again, just sort of watching the Hamfest remotely. And I did actually buy one or two small items from the Hamfest sales, which were online. They'll give you the Hamfest prices even if you're not there.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, while you're talking about those carabiners, I picked up a new set, new technology from an organization there at Hamfest called Rope Roller. And they're actually roller locking carabiners. So you pull them and they'll actually lock. They're a little different than the normal ones.
Are they double lockers or triple lockers?
I'm not real sure. They're still in the box. I have not unpacked half the stuff, but it was really cool watching the demo because they had them there, and they pulled tighter, much smoother than any of the other carabiners that lock that you've heard about and seen. Very smooth and easy to do. Yeah, James WD8IOL bought a set of those rope rollers as well. James, I didn't notice the girl. I was too busy looking at the rope.
Oh, it was a girl. Well,
apparently there was a pretty girl at the sales too.
Years ago, Glenn, it was probably before you started going. There was a booth. Maybe somebody tell me in the chat room who it was. Years ago, there was this booth, and they always had girls in bikinis in their booth.
Wasn't that the Quicksilver radio?
No, I don't think it wasn't Quicksilver. It was somebody else. But yeah, I'm sure somebody in the chat room can tell us who that was. So that was an interesting booth. I'll just say that. Yeah.
There was also that big tower outfit that always had the pretty ladies.
Yeah.
With the tower.
I wonder if they thought they were going to sell that tower to some ham. That tower must cost $400,000, man.
Was a massive tower.
Yeah.
Did not see that there this year, by the way.
No.
The bad thing, one outfit did have shipping issues, and that was Diamond Antenna. Did not get their Hamfest supplies. They were shipped to the West Coast. Yeah.
Oh man.
So that kind of, sucked a little bit.
Well, but the weather cleared up, and it turned out to be a pretty good Hamfest here.
After Friday afternoon, right after lunch, the weather cleared up, and it was beautiful the rest of the weekend.
Yeah. Well, our remote videos, reporters turned out fairly good. A little later in the morning, guys, we were afraid that we wouldn't have enough people to send video back, and if we had 0 people send video back, our webcast would have been a bust. You know, all we've been doing is sitting here giving away prizes and no Hamvention. The problem we ran into, we had too many videos coming back to the studio. We had at one time 6 or 8 videos coming back into the studio, and 2 or 3 were having issues, and I was having to try to help them with issues. We had other videos trying to come in, and we had all kinds of stuff. We had audio on top of audio, and everybody talking over each other. And it was kind of a mess here for the first hour or so. And, of course, we had our, we'll call them interns. The high school sent us their TV production. We had some volunteers from the high school TV production class that greatly helped us out. And I think they enjoyed it, and they did a good job for us. So, you know, a few hours into the show, as we dropped off some of the video, we got things much more under control. The connections were, I would say, pretty solid, pretty stable in most cases. So I've got some video up here. We'll play through some of it. We'll just fast forward through some of it and see if we can find something interesting to talk about. I know I got the video here where Glenn was walking around in the rain on Friday morning. Let's see. Looking at the chat room.
I have to say, the search for Bill Brown was quite an interesting experience.
Yeah, and I've got the video here for Bill Brown. We'll talk more about that in a minute, but I don't want to run that video. That video is 45 minutes. It's like, where's Waldo? We had a thing going called Where's Waldo, or who Waldo meant Bill. He said he was under the flags and he was not there, and we looked for 30 or 40 minutes to find him. But yeah. Let's look at a couple pictures here real quick and see what, I've got a few pictures here I just pulled, and let's see what we can see. You know, ICOM announced,
Sort of,
their new whatever, their X60 or 90, whatever it was. That's what they showed us, guys. That's what when they uncovered the box. When you uncover the box to see the new product, that's what they showed you. And they said you have to guess what it is. So at the Tokyo Ham Fair in August, ICOM will be announcing what that is. Now, there's an awful lot of boards there. All that's going to go into a radio. That's going to be some radio, man.
Yeah. No, ICOM sold kits.
Yeah, that's going to be some radio. You insert all those cards in. Some of those cards are fairly big. That card in the bottom left is probably 2 inches thick. I mean, gee.
Yeah.
That's going to be a big radio.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's going to be Yaesu 101 size.
Well, I don't know, man. I think it's going to be an ART-13 size, if you know what that is.
Oh, gosh, yeah. I ran one of those as a novice.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm just trying to catch up in the chat room here. Yeah, it's going to. David thinks it's going to be a radio, and it will be. I would imagine this is going to be out of the reach of most hams. I'm guessing this is going to be probably going to be another $20,000 radio. They've got a $20,000 radio out there. Have you seen it, Glenn?
No.
The $20,000 one?
No.
I forget what it is. I just wonder how many of those are selling.
Yeah, I think that's the 8500. That's their Cadillac model.
Oh, gee, man. You could buy a Cadillac cheaper than you could buy that thing. Gee. Well, anyway, that is what ICOM unveiled there. And we'll have to wait until August to see what it is. Okay, you guys probably, she's here every year. Every year she's there. And she actually puts her hair.
I didn't see her this year. I didn't see her this year.
She actually puts her hair up into the shape of a tower. and puts an antenna on top of the tower. I think that is Kristen, if I'm not mistaken. Kristen KB30QV, I believe. Can you imagine going in a restaurant, to have breakfast before you go to Hamfest? And well, of course, you'd probably be around all the other hams, so they would know what's going on. So, oh man, let's see.
Yeah, I remember seeing her every year all the way
Yeah,
back.
yeah, yeah. All right. So let's see what else we got here, man. I tell you what, this is going to bother me right now, even right this moment. This is. I want one. I want
Oh
one.
gosh, yes.
This guy, that's the. I guess that's the pork chops. I think he cuts the bone out and.
No,
Oh, we don't.
they serve it with the bone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for the sandwiches, I think the bone's
Yeah,
cut
yeah. I
out.
was going to say he puts it in a sandwich. I'd hate to eat the sandwich with a bone in it,
Get a
but
meal as well.
yeah, yeah. Now, what did you get, Glenn? You didn't get one of the pork chops?
Yeah, steak tip sandwich on Friday.
A steak tip sandwich. How was it?
Oh, outstanding. And then on Sunday, I got the bourbon chicken and rice, and it was even better.
Bourbon chicken sandwich?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had the bourbon chicken meal.
Well, I think they had a sign in front of that where the chickens were 80 proof, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was good.
They were
stuff.
80 proof. There was a lot. Every now and then you run across something that is unusual. And Doc ran across this. Don, I don't know if Don's in the chat room or not. With this new chat room, I can't tell who's in there because I don't have a list. Anyway, I don't know if Don's in there or not, but here's something that was interesting right here. They had body bags for sale right here. Look at this. You could buy you a body bag. They actually call it a human remains pouch. I'm trying to read the sign. Great gift. Tell your
Yeah,
friends
gift
you
them.
love them to death. All right, there you go. We got a body bag.
Yeah, there was forensic kits and everything in one of the flea market areas.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
the one that had the tent in the inside room with remember the heater, and it was out of the rain and everything, and
Oh,
they
yeah.
had all forensics kits and
Oh, yeah, they had a
stuff.
lot of medical stuff in there.
Yeah, that one.
Now, Glenn showed me this. This is a cool booth. I like the bird watt meters. Oh, man. Somehow this guy ended up with more bird watt meters than anybody in the country. I don't know how he did it. Look at all those slugs over there. I need a couple of slugs, but I'm getting by without them,
They had everything.
Yeah, a lot of slugs and a lot of watt meters and parts. I don't know. We'll have to call this guy Mr. Bird.
Yeah.
Glenn, I know you were looking for these. Now I don't know if you came back with any or not.
No, I actually missed those.
They were 10 cents a piece, Glenn.
Oh, where were they?
I'm kidding you, Glenn. They weren't 10 cents a piece. I don't know where they were, but look at that, man. That's what we used to use to set the frequency when we would talk to people. A crystal would set our frequency, and Glenn's got a bunch of the old vintage radios he's working on that use crystals like it. So if you guys out there have any crystals and you want to get rid of them, I'm sure Glenn would take them off your hands.
Yeah, that probably was out in the flea market that was uncovered on Saturday that was covered up on.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, I mean, people really stuck with the show. They stuck with the show. They didn't leave. They could not be pulled away from the show, and I appreciate the loyalty of people that stuck with us throughout the
That's a
whole
little
day.
Too much on the loyalty side.
Throughout the whole day. I mean, I was trying to look for the one where they had their lunch up there on the table, all spread out, and I think they had a bowl of chili up there on the table there. Anyway, All right, so let's see. The bird man, the bird's the word. Yeah.
Yeah. In the chat room there, Mark Pupo is saying that your right channel is fading in and out on the audio, and yeah, I'm not seeing it.
You know what? It is. It is. I wonder why it's doing that. Huh. I see the channel. It's gone now. Hello. Okay, there. Well,
No, it's happening for all of us.
yeah. Hmm.
Testing 1, 2, 3, 4.
I don't know.
Now on the
Let's see.
Zoom
Let's see
link, I'm
something.
hearing both sides. There
Well,
you
let's-
go. It's back.
Is it back? Yeah, it's
It's
back.
back now.
Well, I don't know. I just pulled this. I just pulled the Heil microphone right here. I pulled this microphone back to me, and now I'm seeing both channels really strong. Maybe
it's
maybe
good
we got a
now.
loose. Oh, there it went. I saw it go away. I saw it go away once. There, it's gone right there. All right, it's gone. Left channel, right channel's gone. Okay. Test 1, 2, 3. Uh-oh, it's not coming back now.
It'll left it alone.
Oh boy.
You got a loose connection.
I think,
somewhere.
yeah, I think probably we got a dirty plug, dirty jack, something. I don't know what we got here.
There you go. It's back.
Is it back? Okay, I'm not going to touch anything.
Leave it up. Don't touch anything.
All right. We'll go with that. Okay, back to our pictures here. Let's see. Let's get back to our pictures here. Let's see, where were we? Oh, we were at our we were at this picture last year. Let's see. We had the winners. I don't know if you can read this. These are the grand prize winners right here. If your name's on here, look very quickly to see. Anybody in the chat room, did you win a big prize there?
Those were some wonderful prizes. Good.
Yeah. Hey, let me just ask anybody in the chat room, did you win a prize on W5 KUB? I'd like to know if anybody in the chat room tonight won a prize there. And
Man, if I'd have known you were giving away the linear, I would have been in there.
yeah, what linear?
That RF2K, the LD Moss linear that you gave away, the #1 prize,
I didn't give away one.
right there at the top, RF kit, RF2K LD Moss linear amp with a retail value of $54.90.
Yeah, but I didn't give that away.
What do you mean you didn't give it away?
Glenn, that's the Hamvention prizes. That's not mine.
Oh, I thought they
Yeah.
were your prize.
That adds up to about, I don't know, a bunch of $1,000. I didn't give all that away, man. You know.
Serious stuff. Yeah, I
Now-
thought that was your stuff.
We have given away. We average about $10,000 a year in prizes between Huntsville and the Dayton Ham Fest over the years. We do about $10,000. So we used to give away quite a number of prizes there. But anyway, there they are. Let's see.
Now at Dayton, can you buy a pack of tickets, or do you just get one with your admission?
Oh, I don't even put my ticket in a barrel there. I never even drop it in a barrel.
I'm sure you can buy extra tickets.
Yeah, but I don't even go for one ticket there. I don't know. Don't know.
Yeah, I just did the one.
So this is what the webcast looked like on Friday going. I mean, you can see we had a couple different video feeds at times. There's Glenn driving there on the left side, me at the top, and down at the bottom right there, bottom right, Mark Pupo brought that in very early Friday morning. Hopefully we may have been one of the very first to bring a live feed in from Hamvention. Now that may not be Friday morning because that looks sunny there. That may be Saturday, but he did bring it in very early on Friday morning. Let's see, we got a different one here. That may be, yeah, well, I don't know. I was going to say that may be Friday. Who knows? Anyway. All right. So anyway, that's some of the pictures I've got there. Let's look at, let's see if we can just scroll through a couple videos here real quick and see if, see what we can talk about here. Let me see if I can bring one up. So this would be Glenn's There we go. This will be Glenn's 500-mile drive to.
Yeah, this will be the first I've seen of it.
Oh, is it the first you've seen? Okay,
Yeah, I
so
haven't had a chance.
so here
to
we
look.
are. Here we are. We're going down the road here, Glenn. This is about. Oh, this is. Let's see. Let me just drop back here a little bit toward the beginning of the video. This is I don't know, 55 minutes into the video. We had you on for 5 or 6 hours at least right there, but we had good video, and we had good. Let me get some audio here. We had good audio back. Glenn had a Bluetooth mic and earpiece in, and Glenn was able just to talk to us two-way the entire time there. Let's just fast forward a little bit and see what we can run into here. I think I hear Glenn talking there. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not very loud.
Right now, not a whole lot, but I think as the day goes, that's going to increase quite a bit.
So you can see it had pretty good driving conditions there.
Oh, the drive up was beautiful.
Yeah.
And
It was 70-something degrees. Just really nice drive.
Yeah, we're just going to keep fast forwarding here a little bit. That's probably somewhere between Nashville
Actually,
and
when my first book came out, that
Kentucky.
was the first year I went to date, and I had to.
Yeah.
I didn't have
let's see
to.
what
I
we got
went
here.
to their
I'm
wedding,
surprised the
week
vibration
before
is
they
very
came
minimal.
home and turned right
Yeah.
around and made the
Considering
exact
how I had
same
it
drive
mounted.
to-
Let's see what we got going here. I think this may be the first.
hole, if you put a hole in the asphalt, well, let me tell you, there was a lot of holes in that asphalt. If
Oh,
you could
heck
find,
yeah.
if you could find asphalt, the thing about it, you pay somebody like Mendelssohn's.
But it just added an hour to my travel time.
Oh no, that's terrible, man.
All right. Let's see.
More in a month. Let's see what.
We've got a picture here of the. We've got the. We've got our Skycam here. Let's see if we can see our Skycam here in a minute.
Stop along the way.
You can see Glenn still traveling. He's several hours out.
Hopefully you guys aren't hearing me chewing all this. I guess I could turn my mic off.
All
I
right.
was going to say, I hope you're not hearing me eat you.
I think Glenn just stopped and got 2 cheeseburgers.
Yep.
The South Florida Water Management District.
And Glenn is back on the road again.
Dynamics. We were putting in.
Let's see where we are here. Oh, look.
And
Hey, let me
GPS
back it
is
up.
going
I always like.
Oh yeah. Coming
Well, I
over
always
that.
like. Let's see.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I'm already crossed it there. Let me
Saturday,
back up.
Yep.
Let me back up a little bit. I always, when I get to this place, I know.
Right up here.
When I get here.
Actually, back it up a little further.
More?
Yeah, because you got to
Yeah,
get
it's a
it come
road
down the hill.
median.
somebody, let's see who.
Well, let's see.
Yeah, you got to come around this. Go down. Once you crest that hill, and you look down.
When you get right here, you know you're almost there. You see Cincinnati in the straight ahead. I think we're
monochrome looking.
we're too many minutes out. Let me fast forward a little.
To YouTube, what you have to do to replace that.
Yeah, let's see.
It's done well. The
All right, I'm inching it forward here.
pinned in behind these trucks because
Okay, I
somebody's
think-
about to let me change lanes.
I'm looking at the clouds in front of you. There's a lot more clouds I'm seeing right here.
They're building up a little bit.
Well, I was hoping to see the Cincinnati skyline here.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
we are
May have gone a little too far back.
Yeah.
good audio. I can hear.
But yeah, when you
background.
come over that hill and head down towards the bridge,
Oh.
and see that Cincinnati skyline,
28.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I think you're
Yeah, we
It's kinda-
probably have passed it there.
Viewing
past
area,
it now. Yeah.
please.
Well, I think we're gonna.
Well, maybe.
I
It's
don't
hard
know.
to say.
I don't know.
We'll see as you go. Well, yeah, you should pass it there.
What's this?
It all depends on whether my GPS takes the shortcut or not.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because that has the
You
look
know,
of I'm
strip
already in
down.
Cincinnati.
Did you what? What was that?
Power strip. I got one just like that.
That has the
On
look
my,
that I'm
work
already
picture.
in Cincinnati.
Yeah, I think that.
Actually,
I think you're just passing through Cincinnati there.
Yeah.
I think
Thing, when you hear ride the bus in, let me tell you what, the bus service.
we're coming up on some of the first pictures. There's
I
there's
can
flea
mute
market
myself
now.
on
You
my
can
little
see
headset. You can't do anything.
you can see the umbrellas out there. They're starting to set
Oh,
up.
man. Yeah.
So they got a little rain there, and Glenn, you're not in the rain yet. You're still somewhere north of Cincinnati there.
Right.
Generally, I just, I don't negotiate hard. I'm just like, I know the price.
All right, Glenn's talking about negotiating there. Glenn, hey, remind me, Glenn, to pay you the $4 for that All-American 5 that you bought there.
Well, that's just to cover the gas. There's still the cost of the radio. And don't forget that's like what $385 I think is what I ended up paying for the radio.
Yeah. Well, I tell you guys, the guy wanted $20 for the All-American 5, and Glenn just jumped right out and said, "I'll give you $10 for it." And I thought, well, hey, you shouldn't have haggled a little bit more, at least, man.
Well, let's tell the rest of the story, which is when I told him it was going to be on W5KUB and modified, the price went up to $40. So for me to get him back down to 10, I thought was a good move.
Yeah, look at here. Here's Glenn. He's driving up. This is the Hamfest right here.
Yep.
Let's see. Why aren't you driving? I don't see you moving.
Well, I tell you, it's interesting. You're dropping out right there at
I think you dropped a little. Let's see.
I dropped out. That's what it is.
There you go. You're turning into the Greene County Fairgrounds right there.
And then Sunday,
Yep.
it's wide
Sunday's
open.
free. Sunday's free.
They're
I
on
mean, all you got to do is say,
Thursday
I gotta
to
go
get my
inside
badge
and
and
get my tickets,
stuff.
and
Because I got
Exactly.
because I'm a
well,
presenter,
walk
I
around
get
and shop
parking
and see everything and be out there by
up close in a
Mark
special
knows it.
parking lot.
Yeah, I got some pictures of parking I'll show you in a minute. So yeah, Glenn is there. So Glenn made it. Okay, let's do this. Let me stop this and come back in. I think I've got it. You talked about the parking. Let's see. Yeah. Of course, here's an aerial view of Hamvention there. You can see the buildings where the big vendors are in. Right out there in the middle, in front of the buildings, is the flags and the food court. The circle track out there is actually the outside flea market. And, it's pretty big. They've got flea market down behind the buildings here, too. There's just so much to see and to walk here. Let's look at parking for people. Now, like Mark, was able to park right there at his booth. And I think vendors could park really close to their booth.
Right, vendors could park in their booth space.
If a person was just attending, they would park in the parking, and you can. Well, let me look. Do I even see the track? I guess that's. Yeah, way on down there, man. So look at the parking. It's quite a ways from here, but I guess they ran the golf carts pretty regularly to haul people in.
Yeah. Now, if you look in the center left there,
Yeah.
that's where the parking is for committee,
Okay.
presenters, vendors, and whatnot.
Yeah,
So
I got you.
I was kind of in that upper left parking, so I mean it was just a couple 100 yards to the 100 yards to the gate for me.
All right. Well, Glenn, did you buy anything else while you were there?
Oh, I bought quite a bit of stuff, mainly small things, but bought a couple books and. Yeah, I was getting normal Hamfest supplies. This year it was mainly paracord and the carabiners that I was after.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm going to be pulling down my 2040 dipole and putting an end fed up, and I wanted to put new paracord on it.
Yeah.
Got a couple licensing manuals for a friend. and just odds and ends. Believe it or not, I did not see very much in the way of Arduino or Arduino parts, if anything.
Yeah.
They may have been in the covered part of the flea market on Friday, and I never got a chance to go back out there on Saturday. I mean, that's how crazy Hamfest is. Yeah, I just literally never had the time to go back there.
Well, how was the traffic getting from your bed and breakfast?
Oh, it was nothing.
That's good.
I
You know,
was like,
the first year they moved, they had such big traffic jams. There were people stuck in
Right.
traffic jams for like 3 hours out there, man.
now, once I got onto the Fairgrounds Road, it was maybe 10 minutes to get into the parking. Not bad at all.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
No, it was well done, and Friday it started to get muddy, but by Saturday they had put down fresh hay and stuff, and it was all good. There was no mud on Saturday at all. Friday it was done by the end of the day, so very little. I did get my shoes and the cuffs of my pants a little muddy, but that was it.
Yeah. Well, look, I think I've got a. Yeah, I got a walk around here. You did. It's pretty good. Let's play some of the walk around in just a minute, and we'll get to see some stuff out there. We'll be right back in just a second, and we're going to look at a walk around. And then, hey, we've got several things going here. We'll be back in a minute. ICOM's compact IC7100 and the IC5100 D-Star mobiles are road ready and features a dash mountable touchscreen control head with quick and straightforward one-touch operation, keeping you connected whenever you roam. The IC7100 is an HF, VHF, UHF multiband all-mode mobile with an angled control head, a large internal speaker for clear digital audio, and fully covers the HF 50, 144, 430, and 440 MHz amateur bands. This radio provides 100 watts on HF and 50 MHz bands, 50 watts on 144 band, and 35 watts on the 430 MHz band. The IC5100 is a VHF UHF dual band mobile with DV dual watch, Bluetooth, and an integrated GPS receiver. For more information on ICOM radios and locate a dealer, please visit icomamerica.com/amateur. ICOM's compact IC7100 and the IC5100 D-Star mobile. Right, we have to fix that. All right. So, hey, I was going to say at the beginning of the show, guys, we in our little intro, we have some music called The Best, Well, I think our show's the best, so we use the song The Best, and of course, YouTube flags it. And we are banned, our video is banned in Belarus and Russia every week because of that. They don't want us to have that song in Belarus or Russia, so sorry guys, I don't know if you got a VPN or something, maybe you can, get around and watch a show. Maybe you're watching a show there, I don't know.
Oh, what do the Russians have against Tina Turner?
I don't know. They just must not like her. Okay. Let's see. Let me see what we got going here. I'm trying to find Glenn's walk around. I think this is it.
Transmit on this frequency over the United States.
So we've got, the Friday show. Each day of Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, our videos are like 9 hours long. So we got a lot of video there. Let's see. All right, this looks like some of the walk around here. Let's see.
Yeah, I had not planned to do a whole lot of videos Saturday or Sunday, but since everybody else was having problems, I went ahead and streamed on Saturday.
I think this is Mark P. Let's look at this. This may be Mark that's streaming this. We'll find Glenn here in a minute. Let's see. See if I can. Oop. All right.
See you later, sir.
Yeah, we're,
about that idea. That's good. Give it some thought out. No, I've already thought about it. We're gonna do it.
Yeah, we're trying to juggle about
Okay,
five
this is not
inputs here.
good. I'm going to fast forward a little here.
Starkville. They have their own assembly thing. So they moved down to there.
Not good.
I need
We
a
got-
building number,
Yeah, guys. we don't know what
Okay,
building
okay.
it
Let's
is.
talk about this.
the center, and that way you can direct me.
All right.
Oh, this was the hunt for
At
Bill
least that's what
Brown.
we hope.
Yeah. All right. So Bill Brown is going to do the balloon launch, and he wanted us out there. So we said
All
we'll
right.
meet you. We'll meet you, Bill. And so our interns and
Glenn,
went
hello.
out. How you like your hat Glenn has there?
Let me tell you what, I went
just
with
hope
the
I don't
wide
miss
brim
him by being
hat,
in
Oh,
the
you're not going to miss him. You're not going to miss him.
and that was the smartest move I could have made for the rain.
All right. So Bill sends
You
a
don't
note.
see a forklift there by the food, one of the food
All right.
courts.
All right. Bill sends a note and says, I'm out by the flags. So we go out by the flags, and now the search for Waldo starts.
Okay. From where I am right now, I'm looking at. I must be down like $5,000 a minute for our webcast
Yeah.
here.
But no, I am not seeing him. I'm not seeing any balloons.
Do you know where, Glenn? Do you know where that forum building is? That youth forum? Somebody said 4.
Oh,
there's-
that was a total.
I'm fast forwarding a little bit here, guys.
Okay.
Yeah, that Forum Building 4 thing was a total fake.
no.
What date is
Wait a
that?
minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
You can see we're still looking for. I think we're still looking for him.
Well, that's out in the flea
Yeah,
market. again.
11 just
yeah, it
pretty
is.
much made a triangle or a circle.
Okay.
And
All
it
right.
is
Let's just stop
basically
this one.
overhead.
Let's just stop that one. We've got 18 hours here to stroll through, and it's hard finding what we want to. So we launched the balloon. Actually, the amateur radio club there, W8 BI, that's the Dayton club, launched 2 balloons to have I guess they were having a race to see who would get to the ocean first. I thought I had a picture of that. I can put
Yeah,
'em-
and by the
I
way,
can pull 'em up here.
as it turns out, I was able to find Bill about 2 or 3 minutes just before the launch. So we were able to show the launch, and it was a very cool, very, very clean launch. And if I'm not mistaken, Tom, unless something's happened, they're probably still up in the air.
Well, yeah, they're up. It's just that they are APRS, and once they hit the ocean, we're not going to hear from them for a long time.
Right.
Let me pull up if I can find it here. Gee, I had that file. I had that picture here. Let me look. Seagate and trying to pull up the balloon launcher. Let's see. Here we go. Okay, let me load this real quick, and you'll get to see it. Just a couple more mouse clicks here, and we'll have it. Okay, there we go. All right. So guys, they're the 2 balloons we launched, W8 BI 11 and 12, to race to the ocean. Usually they head east. They usually will cross somewhere around Washington D.C. up to New York, but these went south. So by the end of end of the day, actually, I guess it was the next morning. By the end of the day, they got down to the panhandle of Florida, and then by yesterday morning, they made it out past into the Atlantic Ocean there. And since they're APRS, we're not going to know where they are. It's going to take 4 or 5 days to cross the ocean. We won't hear from them. We might hear from them. We might get one report at the Azores, but maybe not. Then they're going to go across northern Africa. We won't get any reports of APRS there. Through the Middle East, we'll probably go over Iran, Iraq, no reports there. India, no reports. We will get a couple reports as we get into China. Of course, the eastern part of China, the western part of China is all desert. So as we get toward the eastern part of China, we'll get a report again. And then over Japan, we'll get reports. And then they go asleep again because they're over the they're over the Pacific Ocean. That's a big ocean, and they're going to be flying without communications for probably another 5 or 6 days until they get to the U.S. So that's one of the reasons we like to fly our tracker on Whisper. We can pick it up anywhere in the world, even if it's across the ocean there.
You know, that was an amazing straight line that it made leaving Dayton to head down to Birmingham and Tuscaloosa before they started curving to the east.
Well, but let me just say this. That could be nighttime because that's just a plot between points.
Good idea. Good point. Yeah.
Yeah, that may be nighttime. I don't know when that little Y, the upside down Y at the top, I don't know what time of day that ended there.
Yeah.
As the day got closer to the evening, we start losing power on the trackers.
Yeah, that's probably what that is. I was like, wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Straight line.
Oh yeah, yeah. I forget, one balloon made it, but you can see they followed very close to each other the whole way, man. It was a photo finish, I'm sure.
It's amazing that you got that much separation.
Yeah.
It was because they for the launch they were really very close, and then one really jumped to the lead.
Yeah. Okay. I knew where Bill was because I've been in here and we filled balloons up before in that little room. I knew where he was, but I was going to have you try to find it, but I felt like you probably would get lost trying to find him, especially with my instructions there.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, we got Brett coming up. Brett, you might want to spray your throat, with the whatever that stuff is you spray in your throat. We may have Brett sing a song for us. Brett has he's got another ham radio song I think he's put together. We'll get to that a little later in the show. Let's talk real quick about the All-American 5. And guys, we've been looking for an All-American 5 for, 3 or 4 months. They made millions. They made millions of these radios during the late 50s, 60s. And, man, everybody had one. And the All-American 5 was just a little 5-tube radio that all the filaments were all in series. And the filament voltage of the tubes were 35, 50, 12, 12, 12. So if somebody adds that up, I'm sure it's going to come up close to 120. So somebody in the chat room add up 35, 50, and 12, 12, 12, and tell me what that adds up to. I'd like to know. So anyway, Glenn found us one. And what we're going to do, we're going to convert that radio to an AM broadcast transmitter. And the tuning dial will actually set the frequency it's going to transmit on. We're going to use a speaker for the microphone. So you just tune in the frequency you want to broadcast on and talk in the speaker. And you're a DJ, you have your own AM broadcast. So let's look at the radio that Glenn found. And Glenn, when I get that from you, the show will reimburse you the $3 that we owe you. So there's the radio. This is actually a Motorola. They made these. There was probably 50 different brands that made the same radio. But
By the way, it's 121 volts for the filament.
is that what it adds up to?
Yeah, and this is Tom's actual radio. I took these pictures for Tom this afternoon.
So this is the radio that we will be modifying to make our broadcast. And hey, with the clock on there, we can even announce the time, Glenn, if the clock runs, you know?
There you go. Oh, they said the clock runs.
All right. Well, okay. So that's what the radio looks like. It's in a plastic case. And again, guys, the danger about this radio is the chassis is tied to one side of the AC line. And back in the 50s and 60s, we did not have polarized plugs with a ground or anything on them. And it was a 50-50 chance that when you plug that radio in, you were plugging the hot side of the AC on the chassis. Now, the cases were wood or plastic, so you're pretty safe. But let me tell you, if the knob came off, if one of those knobs came off and you touched that knob, you don't necessarily get shocked unless you're barefoot and you're standing like on a tile floor or something like that. You'd probably feel it. So we're going to fix that. At least what I'm going to do, Glenn, I'm going to put a polarized plug on, and I'm also going to fix the AC cord where it can't be turned over. Here's the tube layout. This is the exact tube layout that the All-American 5 had. 50C5, that's the audio output tube. 35W4 is the rectifier tube. And then you had your detector and your IF tubes, 12AT6, 12BA6, and 12BE6. So that's the whole radio right there. And again, on the back, it says Motorola Aero Vane High Efficiency Loop. I guess the loop is probably on that back right there. Yeah. Okay, so that cord looks like it goes under the back. A lot of those radios, the cord went to a little plug that we called a cheater plug. The same cord that was used on most TVs during the 50s and 60s and 70s. So we called it a cheater cord, and it wasn't polarized, two little holes in it. I'm glad this goes under the back because I was afraid if somebody plugged a cheater cord in there and upside down, it'd make it hot again. So I'm going to put a polarized plug on it. First thing I'm going to do, we'll make sure it works.
That power cord is actually in pretty good shape. Interestingly enough, look at the voltage and current, or the ratings on the back there. 117 volts, 60 CPS only.
Oh no, well, you know, years ago we went from cycles to hertz. I don't know if this is going to work or not.
Yeah. Interesting, though, this is a Model 5C, and if this is an All-American 5, that could be part of it.
Yeah, I have no idea what the Model 5C is. I don't think they made many changes at all in this radio.
This is serial number 13,168 or 6 or 3. Looks like a 6.
Look at here. For additional pickup, wrap antenna lead in wire around the above tongue. You can actually wrap you a, okay, let's see, to remove back. What's the screw? Does the screw just hold the back on, or is that an antenna connection?
The screw just holds the back on, and two of them are missing, looks like.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Interesting, because they've got screws in the corners, you know, to hold the back on.
As old as this is, you know, the tubes have probably been changed a couple times, so the back would have.
Yeah. Well, if they're not working, maybe I can round up some off of eBay. Probably find some. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So that's the radio. We'll do that when we get it. We'll do a video on it. We'll show you step by step as we convert it and as we test it to let you see how our AM
and the plan is
works.
To get that to you either tomorrow or Thursday.
Oh, really? Wow. Okay.
Yes.
Well, that's cool.
Yes.
You must be wanting your $2 back.
Yeah, I need gas money.
Okay. All right. Well, we can handle that. We can handle it. All right.
As we know, as we were talking on the trip, the final total is about $165 in gas for the round trip.
Yeah.
So not bad at all.
All right, now Glenn, you added what do you add the voltage up to be?
121.
Oh, okay. That's what they said in the chat room. I
Drek
thought we had a discrepancy there.
No, Drek in the chat room has it as 121 volts, and I ran a calculator and did that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, I want to say hello to Dretkag there. You know, that is Russ's son. You guys remember we announced last week on the show that Russ had passed away, and we're going to miss Russ. Maybe he's got a good internet connection where he is now, and he's watching the show, and we're streaming like great up here. Anyway, all right, Glenn, and let's see, what did I have here? Let's see.
Well, you've got one more picture from me.
One more? Oh yeah, I do. I have one more picture. Let's see.
While I was there and signing books, had a nice little chat with the ARRL folks, and they gave me a little bit of news. Unfortunately, they gave it to me Friday, and it became part of the Frogman adventure. So it's not as pristine as it was when it was given to me. But I was able to scan it and get the picture of what I got to Tom once he can find it.
I don't know why they didn't get downloaded. I'm loading it right now, and I've got it right here. Here we go.
There you go.
Coming soon right there, Arduino projects for ham radio.
This is the best of Arduino projects for ham radio.
Yeah.
According to ARRL, and you can see all the wrinkles and water peeling and stuff. This swam with me out in the swap meet. But this is supposed to be out in about 3 weeks.
Well, that's good. That's good.
That will be the new book from ARRL in 3 weeks, and they had that on the flyer there. We did give away 2 of those certificates for those at my forum there on Saturday, and gave away 2 of the older or the current book as well. But so we're 3 weeks away from another new book.
All right, and of course you've got this book coming out in.
This is already out.
In Europe?
This is from a lector in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
And this one is out. You can get it from either Amazon or elector.com right now. And they are mutually exclusive books in terms of projects. They each have separate projects, so there's no duplication between the 2 books.
All right. Well, cool, man. I wish you'd quit writing books so you can do stuff, man. Have some fun.
Well, that's the plan. I mean,
Yeah,
as we talked about, I am in the final stages of rebuilding my deck, and once that happens, I get to play ham radio for a while.
Yeah. All right.
That's a promise. Once I rebuild the cobweb.
Okay, I just trying to catch up in the chat room here. Okay. Glenn, you don't need to be reading all that.
Yeah, I know it.
Yeah. I mean, there's a comment here about an All-American 5 on eBay. You don't even need to see that.
Yeah.
You know, the All-American 5 is, if you've got one of the plastic ones and they're colorful. This is not a colorful one, but they made them in yellow and orange and red. And if you find one of those are collector's items, and a lot of people are collecting those, and they will bring big bucks. Mark found an All-American 5 on eBay for $128. Mark, I would imagine that is probably one of the collector items. I don't think it's probably not this terrible looking radio that Glenn bought right here.
Yeah. Now I will say this: that was the only All-American 5 in all of Dayton.
Yeah. Well, I think you stopped looking once we found it.
No, I
Did you
looked
keep
for
looking?
still on the table.
Yeah.
And there may have been some on the tables that were covered up on Friday, but that is the only All-American 5 that I found at Dayton.
Yeah. Okay.
We got lucky, but we got one.
All right. Hey, guys, we've got this little segment called Roundtable Hamfest, and if you've got something to give away or sell or trade, send me an email, shoot me a picture, and we'll put it on here. from time to time. I've got 2 items that I've still got that I've been trying to get rid of, and one is that my DV Mega Cast. If you guys look up the DV Mega Cast, you'll see it's an IP radio, no antenna, it hooks to the internet, but it's an IP radio, but it does D-Star, Fusion, and DMR. And all you gotta do is take your little stylus and touch it and put in the talk group number, and bam, you're on. And comes with a microphone, speaker, everything. It's called the Swiss knife. The Swiss knife, isn't it? That Swiss Army knife. Swiss Army knife for your digital modes. I've got that for sale. Hey, the power supply and the microphone will go with it. If you buy that radio, it's about $400. And then the mic, you have to buy it separate. That's another $70. And then you have to buy the power supply. That's another $10 or $15. And then you've got to pay taxes on it. Now you have to pay taxes. Taxes would be about $50. So, that's over $500. I'll probably let that thing go for around $350 or something like that. So, hey, if you're interested in digital modes, D-Star, D-Star, DMR, and Fusion, this is a simple solution for you. I also have a collector's item. It's a Heathkit phone patch, a nice green color, Heathkit phone patch. It's got a VU meter on the front and control. And if you're collecting Heathkit gear, you might want to pick up that Heathkit phone patch to go there. Anyway, that's kind of the stuff I've got. Oh, yeah, that's about all I got here, I guess, right now.
Now, back in the day, those Heathkit phone patches were in very high demand.
Yeah.
Back to the folks running phone patches back in the day. Now, I have one item for the Roundtable Hamfest this week.
All right, what is it?
Oh, it's a beautiful Motorola All-American 5, and it can be this week for just, tell you what, eBay, you got them for $128. I'll let you have this one for even $100.
I'm an expert on reviewing and valuing those radios. Since I worked on them for the last 60 years, once I look at it, I will determine what it's worth. And I'll pay you what I think it's worth.
Yeah, that'd be what, 3, 4, 5 cents?
It may be a couple bucks. Yeah, let's see.
Yeah. No, got it for you. It's all yours.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's see if
it's Brett's turn.
Let's see if Brett is asleep there, or if he I thought I heard somebody going me a while ago. Are you there, Brett?
I'm here.
Are you going to do something for us? Are you going to sing a song for us?
Oh yeah. Well, I thought I'd do this silly little parody that I came up with, possibly of a song you'll possibly recognize. Yeah.
All right. Well, first let me say this, and this is an all-age webcast, so I got to be careful how I say this. I'll just say, you've got more guts than me to sing this on the air here. All right.
Well, here goes.
Back to you.
Nothing. This is definitely a G-rated song.
All right.
More than the original. Daddy's got a ham set, he keeps it in his shack. He went out to a ham fest and he brought it back, and now he's hamming all night by the dial's bright light. Daddy's got a ham set, family never sleeps at night. Oh, he doesn't eat and he doesn't sleep. He messes up the TVs on the whole dang street. Oh, he's hamming all night by the dial's bright light. Daddy's got a ham set, family never sleeps at night. He fades in and out and in and out and in and out and in and out. Oh, he's hamming all night by the dial's bright light. Daddy's got a ham, sad family never sleeps at night. He's shouting 7-3, 7-3, and then he calls CQ, 'cause he loves to rag chew. Daddy's got a ham, sad family never sleeps at night. And then the obligatory banjo solo. Where his antennas hid, well, he just won't say, 'cause he's one step ahead of the HOA. Oh, he's hamming all night by the dial's bright light. Daddy's got a ham, sad family never sleeps at night. Yeah, he follows the rules like the good hams do. But if he were allowed, he would play the Who. Oh, he's hamming all night by the dial's bright light. Daddy's got a ham, sad family never sleeps at night. He fades in and out and in and out and in and out and in and out. Oh, he's hamming all night by the dial's bright light. Daddy's got a ham, sad family never sleeps at night.
Well, I have to admit, that's probably one of the best ones I've heard you do, man. That's a good one.
Oh, thank you. It's
Yeah.
just silly parody I thought of one night.
Yeah. Well, let's get the chat room to rate you right now on a scale of 1 to 10, guys. 10 being the best, 10 being a high number, 1 being pretty bad. What did you rate? Brett, at 1 to 10? Let's see the chat room. Come on, guys.
Oh, I thought it was really good. Like I'm with Tom. You know, Brett, you've got larger stones than most of us to be able to do that.
Yeah, I'd give him a 8.99.
Well, a lot of hundreds, so that's pretty
yeah.
good. Scale of 1 to 10.
Yeah. Well, it's more. I'll tell you, I got to get a band together and go to Dayton, and we should perform this stuff live. It'd be a lot of fun.
Well,
That was part of the fun at my bed and breakfast. Several of the hams got together, and they've got a bluegrass band, and we actually got a bluegrass concert at the bed and breakfast on Saturday evening from a couple hams,
Oh, that'd be fun. I play bluegrass.
and one of them plays the banjo.
Yeah. I usually play bass when I'm in a bluegrass band, but I can play guitar and I can play a little banjo. Just enough to do that 8-bar solo there.
There you go.
all right. Well, you got some good numbers there.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Now, you know you're recorded. You're on YouTube, so people gonna see this.
Oh yeah, I hope they don't censor you on account of the parody. They're not supposed to censor parodies. They're supposed to be fair use.
Yeah,
it
I
should
don't
be
know.
okay.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. So, have you got a band name? I mean,
Oh, I think maybe I'll call it the Ham Jam Band.
Hamvention.
There you go.
All right. All right. Chat room says they'll listen to you again. They're going to have to pull it up and listen to a replay. Just, hey, back the little slider up on YouTube and you can hear them again there. All right, guys, we got about 13 minutes before the show ends right here. Anything we're missing tonight we should talk about?
Well, we didn't get to see my swim vest in the back of the.
Yeah, we didn't.
We didn't. We did not get to see me earn my frogman wings.
Let me pull this up and see. I'm gonna see if I can find it here real quick while we're at it. That was
pretty epic.
Was that Friday morning? That was Friday morning, right?
Friday morning. Yeah,
Okay.
that was pretty epic going through that flea market.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it right here. I'm gonna get it. Let's see.
Do we have any word about
Hamvention Friday? This is it right here.
Yeah. Do we have any word about Jim W6LG?
I haven't heard anything this week from Jim. He's pretty bad off, and he is.
We'll get him to do that. Yeah, there's about a half row left over there,
Okay,
so we'll
let
get
me-
that in a
You
minute.
think you're gonna make it, or are you
all
gonna
right,
give out?
All right, let's see.
Oh no.
All right, I found it here. Let's see if we can get you on here for a few minutes on your walk around. I have to kind of line it up here, and let me see if I can.
One is about out of
Let me see if I can get you to the beginning of your walk around. Oh! Look at that.
But you can keep looking. Maybe we'll find one.
Well, we're watching for them. Yeah. Theoretically, there should be one here somewhere.
This was before we
Okay,
found.
here we go right here. You can see Glenn, and we got a little bit of water.
But as you can see, the crowd's picking up outside now. More and more people are braving.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad. It really is not. They've got the Ohio safety folks, public safety up there in their little building, watching out for storms and stuff, and they will alert us if there's any severe weather, which at this moment there's not appear to be any threat of that. This is really nice. See what everybody's gathering around here. This is Coda stuff. Got a big crowd at their booth.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
do.
that's actually
That's a
after I
pretty
did the
long
walk
booth.
around the smaller
Yeah,
flea market area.
Oh, is it?
Yes,
We got so much of it on here.
that's heading towards the track.
Oh, okay. The track is coming up next.
Yeah, but I mean,
Question
I
came
went
up
to
in
the
chat room
area
about
behind the
moving off
buildings
IRC.
before this.
Yeah, we were
That
trying
was
to
where
hit
the
it
rain
last
was
minute,
really
but, YouTube
All right,
has changed
I'm
things,
gonna fast forward to the
that,
track.
No, you want to go back.
caused issues with us embedding our video.
No, you went from that area to the track
and-
next. Remember?
Yeah,
video
but
on our page
yeah, but
with
there's
the
a
chat
flea market
room,
area
it
behind the
would
buildings
become
before
difficult
this that
for
was where the rain
people,
was really
so-
heavy.
Oh, okay,
we
okay. I
decided
thought this
just
was that
to,
area.
for
No.
a quick,
Well, that's okay. We'll just stick with
quick
this.
fix, we
By the
just
time I
went
got to the track, it was
the
nice.
video, the YouTube page, a video on the left and chat room on the right. We are using the YouTube chat room, but during this show,
There's a suggestion in the chat room of sharp dressed ham.
more.
I like that radio right there.
That's a
Yeah, a
good
lot of
side.
Johnson gear, a lot of
Yeah.
Hammerland and the Hallicrafters gear,
Signal Core RC 348.
a lot of
That's a
Heathkit
good
gear.
one. Yeah. Secrets under that tarp. We will know that later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to be revealed later.
Yeah.
A lot of people just don't have enough tent and stuff to cover their stuff.
All right, guys. A question about how to change your name in the chat room. I don't know. This is the YouTube chat room. I don't know if you can do that. I think you can. If you go up to the top of the chat room, I think there's a pull down. You can do something. Change. You may have to change your account name. I don't know. It may be a little different.
Here's one of my favorite booths.
Yeah, this is the soldering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they have
A
plenty of
little
light
bit proud of
inside.
their
but-
soldering stations, though.
Are they?
Yeah. $240.
Is that right?
Little on the steep side.
Yeah.
You know, Glenn, we could have bought that body bag and
Yeah,
cut
'cause
a
I hate to
cut a
say
hole in
you
it for
can
your
go
neck.
Online on AliExpress.
Yeah, that would have been
You
hilarious.
could have wore that body.
Get this stuff
Suit
for
around.
60, $70. And
That
it's
would have
every
been
bit as
absolutely
good.
hilarious.
Yeah.
There's the forum building where I'll be in tomorrow.
We were looking to buy
Off in the distance.
Glenn a frogman suit and snorkel.
Oh, really?
Never did find one.
The stands back there.
I'm gonna turn this down a little.
That would have been funny as heck if we'd have been able to find me some flippers and a mask.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna have to pack one in the car because you know Dayton's gonna rain one year,
We're live streaming on
and I'm gonna do it.
WFITV.com right now.
You'd probably have the TV news stations chasing you around up here if you had a
I'm gonna
wetsuit on.
go through that front gate in fins and a
In fact,
wetsuit.
for our show last week, I think that was our display.
Gonna do
picture,
Yeah,
for-
there's the forum room 4 that I'll be in tomorrow.
Okay.
But for right now, we are about to enjoy. We're about to do a major thing here. Once I figure out how to get there from here.
You walk through that puddle of water at a
Yeah, no,
45
I
degree.
swim.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Well, I did not see any snorkels on my way in, so they were going to have to free dive this one.
Yeah.
But by now the rain's already slowed
Yeah,
down.
we're SEAL Team 6 when I need them.
It was at its peak when I was in the area behind the
Some
buildings.
pictures up here real quick. Oh, wrong picture. There we go. All right, hey guys, you're watching Hamfest 24. This is Friday. This is our test day, but we're getting some really good video from Glenn here. So hey, if you tuned in today, you're seeing the show just like you will tomorrow. Tomorrow we will have prizes though. Let's see.
Pair of 75 A3s.
Mm.
Yeah. I got to build a bigger ham shack if I'm going to get into that stuff.
That's the Midwest 6-meter group.
Okay, yeah, now we're out in the
And now
Swap
we
Fest
are about
proper.
to hit the flea market for.
Are you down on the south? You're on the southwest corner of the track, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So you'll be
Yeah,
coming
we're
by.
gonna
You'll be
head
coming by
direct
Mark.
north.
You'll be coming by Mark here in just a minute.
Well, we got to swing around the curve, but
Oh yeah,
gotta
yeah.
hit
Oh,
that
it's
way
get a little
first.
muddy there. Step easy.
Mm.
Yeah, it was a little bit muddy, but by the
Yeah, but now we're
afternoon
on
that was
gravel.
all cleared up and it was in good
Not
shape.
bad at all.
But here we go.
Stay on the gravel and work
On
our
to
way
the
around
track.
rather than swim through the mud right now.
All right, guys. Hey, just real quick about changing your name. It looks like to change your name in the chat room, you'll have to change your Google account name. You may not want to do that. Don't worry. We're going to give out prizes. You don't have to have a call sign out there. We'll just have to deal with that.
But
so
if
don't
you
worry.
notice, there's
You
not
can leave
even
your name
water
like it
on
is,
the
so
camera.
please do that.
So
All right,
it was-
I'm gonna speed this up to 1 1/4.
So you're
Here we go.
let's see. You're on the. You're coming up behind.
We're
Yeah,
speeding it
you're
up here because we're about out of time on the show.
Yeah,
We're
he's
we're at
actually
1
on the
1/4
south-
speed now.
Southwest side, and I'm currently on the northwest side.
Oh, you are?
So we're working our way around the curve
Okay.
Oh, let me get that off.
to 30L1.
Nice.
There you
yeah,
go.
we actually
Tom,
went
you
past
said you've
Mark's
been having
booth
some
in the
computer
beginning
problems with
because he
batteries and
didn't
stuff?
have anything out.
Yeah, we got you covered.
Oh, okay.
Is that a Tandy? There's a Tandy.
TRS-80 Model
Yeah.
1 with the
Yeah.
cassette.
Complete Model 1 with the cassette recorder. That brings back memories.
But the rain's actually lightening up a little bit.
All right, guys, if you're out there listening on a podcast, we're just doing a walk around at Dayton right now.
Coils, RCAs.
Oh yeah, I got one right here with me. Looks just like that, a single one.
Yeah, we're getting into the good stuff now.
There's
Oh,
me.
yeah.
102s.
Yeah.
Nice.
We're live streaming on W5KUB.com. Yeah, good luck keeping this stuff on.
I finally got some water on the camera. A lot of Heathkit gear.
Another tube tester?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
I saw it. I saw it. Yeah. Oh. Well, I don't think that's an All-American 5.
I don't think any of them are.
Yeah, that's a little older. I don't think
Right.
they are, but you can keep looking. Maybe we'll find one.
Well, we're watching for them. Yeah. Theoretically, there should be one here somewhere.
Look for one with a completely insulated case. That's the All-American 5.
I thought that one of those might be maybe the wooden.
Yeah, I
one.
think they were. I think a couple of them were.
Then I'll touch it and I'll let you know.
If
There's
it's
so many
that
different
complete
models and
plug-in
different
tester, we're
cabinets
okay.
that were made.
I pulled one of them down and looked at the tube numbers and read
Yeah.
them to you.
Yeah.
Weren't right.
A green truck, that can only mean one thing.
Yeah.
Green
One of the
radios.
most common ones is the Motorola Woody.
Yeah.
It it wasn't a solid
Oh,
wood
there's a
cabinet. It was a veneer, but
75
those
S3.
were all over the place.
75A4.
Well, and the older ones had the 8-pin octo tubes. I could do it with the 8-pin octo tube. I'm not as familiar with what changes I'd need to make in it, so I just wanted to stick with the miniature tubes.
Oh, I thought it was a kryptonite paraphase thunderbolt greaser slapper.
No, I haven't seen one of those yet.
Welcome,
Hey, there's a
welcome, Tom W3TLN. Hey, thanks for joining us. Hey, do we have anybody on Twitch TV? Anybody on Twitch TV watching right now? Just say hello in the chat room, if you will, on Twitch TV.
But I do have to say, if you've never been to Dayton, you
Hey,
have
just
to
real quick,
do
Brett,
this
do you have the chat room there on the app? Do you see it?
flea market area walk at least once in your lifetime.
Yeah.
It's just amazing the things that you will see and find. And for the most part, the prices were quite reasonable.
All right, guys, we've got about 3 minutes before we will end the show here. You've been watching Amateur Radio Roundtable, a show about ham radio, amateur radio, and shortwave. Join us on Tuesday nights at w5kub.com, 8 p.m. Tuesday nights. You can join our video show and chat room.
Those were all VX60Bs.
Oh, I love those back here. Yep.
They're boat anchors, but that might be useful with those puddles.
yeah.
And just
Pair of
think
vacuum
after we
towels.
get a big nuclear blast or EMP, those will still work, maybe.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's the most I've ever seen in one place.
A lot of water.
Okay,
Yeah.
down our swimsuit.
Oh man, it looks like to me you're walking through water.
It's just a little bit of mud, not bad. It's got the rock underneath. It's very solid and stable on the path. We've just rounded the curve heading.
All right, well, that goes on for about 2 or 3 hours, guys. Glenn did a complete walk around of the area, and it was really tiring. I mean, he walked, 7.5 miles that morning, right?
Half miles.
Yeah, 7 miles, man. That's a lot there. All right, hey, we thank you for doing a walk around. It was pretty good, and of course, hey, these videos of Hamvention are all in full length, and they're on our website on YouTube channel, so you can go back and watch them anytime. I was just playing that one here for you for the show tonight. We'll say good night to everybody out there that tuned in tonight. We're glad you were with us, and we'll see you next week. And take care. 73.
Night.